All right, let's get started. My name is Anastasia Gumenikova. I'm Agent Ambassador at Appulate. On today's webinar, we will host a demonstration on how to use Appulate, whether you are new or someone who used the system in the past. And we are going to go through how to create an account, how to log in, how to find markets, and to do submissions. Feel free to reach out to me or our support team if you have any platform related questions. So here you can see the main email addresses that you might find useful once you have any platform related questions. And the first thing we're going to do is to open appulate.com. So if you are brand new and you may want to start using the system, you need to go to this Appulate page and click to this login button to log into the system. So if you have just started using the system, you may want to sign up using the button below, or if you've previously used the system, you can move on with logging, adding your credentials. And in this case, I'm going to add my test credentials so we could move on with the main process. Another button that you might find useful here is forgot password. In case you forgot password, you can use this button to reset your credentials and they will be sent to your mailbox. So we log into the system and then we get redirected to the main landing page. If you previously worked with Appulate, you can see some accounts registered here, but if you are brand new, you will see the brand new page and it will be empty just the way I have it here. The first thing we're going to do is to start working with the system, we will need a special tool that will help you to bridge the data from your Accord form right to the system. On this tool panel bar, we have a tools button where you can find this application that calls Appulate Link. It will be third option in this list. So once you click on that, you will be redirected to Appulate Link page where you need to download it by clicking this button. However, it is important to check system requirements prior the download, and once everything is okay, we're ready to go and we can just simply click download to install it to your computer. So once we have Appulate Link in our computer, we can have our Accord form. I'm going to open my Accord form in a regular reader, but you can also work with your AMS. And the next step we're going to do is to print it. So we're going to print, and instead of your regular printer here, we need to select Appulate Link here in this list. Then we check our paper size details. I'm going to change this to US letter. And once everything is okay, we just click print to move on. Then the system opens a separate pop-up. So probably it takes a few seconds. Let's give the system some time. I'm going to try one more time. And we will receive this pop-up where the system will ask us to complete our credentials information. If everything is okay, we just simply click send, and the system takes a few seconds to bridge this data to a separate tab in your browser. And then you will see this document markup page where you can see that the business line that we had in our Accord form is automatically specified already here. However, you may want to change this business line in case you work with generic specific Accord forms. You can click this drop down and select a specific business line here. We are good with workers' comp, so we just click continue. And then the system redirects us to the main quote request page. Within this page, we have information about our insured. In the upper left-hand corner, WC stands for workers' compensation, and then we have effective dates. They also can be changed by clicking this button here. Our request is already in progress, and the first thing here we're going to do is to check information about our client. So we click this button, and then we get redirected to the insured page. Under the option profile, we have information about our client. We can edit this information by clicking edit button here, and just click save. If we want to create another request, we have the button request new quote, and it will create a new request where you can specify another business line associated with this insured. Our current business line is workers' compensation, and this is our quote request, and we are going to move on with this one. So I'm just simply clicking this tab, and then I get redirected to our quote request page. Here we're ready to start specifying markets that we want to work with. However, before, I'd like to highlight another option that you can do within Appulate. Under the button Help, we have Submission Metrics option, where you can check markets that are available for you, and here you can specify lines that these markets provide you with. So we have personal only or commercial only, all lines together. And we have open brokerage markets, markets that provide you with option to get a quote without being appointed. These markets are listed with orange clover icon in this list, and you can check them here. So for example, Brothers is listed here. And we also have Appulate style of submission that is available for you. This type of submission is marked with green clover icon, and when we submit to Appulate style of submission, we take information to the underwriter side, if we have Appulate clover icon plus this lightning bolt, you have an option to get the quote with an instant result, whether it is approved or declined. And we're going to take a look at this type of submission together today. Another types of submissions that are available for you is submissions that bridges the information to the underwriter in a few seconds. And you probably have noticed this web link type of submissions with the globe icon listed here. This is our premium feature web link that bridges information that you have in the system to the carrier's website without rekeying it. So it's just simply question of few clicks. So if you feel that it's a great fit for you, feel free to reach out to me or our sales team. But we are going back to our quote request, and here we have the option to add markets. So we just click plus button here, and then the system opens pop-up where we can see that under the My Markets, you can select markets that you want to start with. These markets associated with the business line that is specified with this request specifically. And below we have open brokerage markets, markets that do not require appointment if you just want to get a quote. And we are going to check Appulate instant quote today. So I select my test account and I just simply click add plus one market. So once my market is here, we start our quote request by clicking this start quote button. And then we get redirected to the market-specific questionnaire section. Within these lines, you can see some red numbers. These are the questions that are required to be filled in. We can limit this section by clicking this Show Required Questions Only button. And then we can move on to these questions. They will be marked with red asterisks in questionnaire section. So we're going to fill in these details together. And when we have a few additional questions, so I will just mark them as no. And when everything is filled in, we won't see any questions, any required questions and numbers here. So we simply click request quote, and then the system takes a few seconds to send these questions to employers' testing servers. And once it is done, we get our quote right under the market's name. And we can see the status has changed to quote prepared, and we are ready to move on with this. We can simply download it by clicking it and save it in our instances, and this will look this way for me. However, this is what specifically works with my test market. And when we completed this step, we would like to bind this quote. And here I want to say that this is my test market, and I'm going to mark this option as bound. But you will see the option bind. It also will be available for you. So I just mark this question as bound. I get additional questions, and I mark them as bound again. And once it is done, I get redirected to the policy page. So we have all information listed here, and we also have options to edit it. And here we have summary that also can be edited. And once I click on that option, in the very bottom of this page, I have the great option that calls automatic remarketing. So let's say within the next year, I decided to start working with the same core request process with the same client, and I don't need to rekey this information one more time. I could just simply check this checkbox, and the system will do automatically everything for me. So I just save it, and it will create a brand new request with the same information filled in. But let's say you created a policy and you're not ready to move on with this one and you want to revert it back. We have option under this three-dot menu button to revert this request back. So once we click on that, we get redirected again to our core request page. Another great thing I want to highlight here, once you start working with core requests, is our insured button, where you have information about your insured, about your client, and you can see that all this information is filled in automatically. We don't need to rekey these details because they were breached automatically once we started working with our Accord form in the very beginning. So this is our insured tab. And you have an option to add some information manually here. And another great feature that we have here is to ask your client to complete these questions for you. So you can click this button, and then you will be redirected to the section with Ask Insured Details. You need to specify some information about your client. Once it is done, we just simply move on, we click next, and then we have questions that we want our insured provide us with, so we can simply uncheck some areas that we don't need and move on. And I'm going to show you the way it will look like from the insured side. So we have this button preview, and once your insured receives email, it will contain a link that will have this questionnaire there. And once this information is filled in, it will be automatically synchronized with your insured tab here. So you don't need to reach out to your client several times, just one email, and all information is in your system. So this is regarding our quote request process. This is where we work with our quote requests, how we submit quotes, and bind them or mark as bound, as in my case. And we also have another great pages that you might find helpful under this triple lines menu. We have the option activity log. So within this page, you have information about your activities that were performed within this client's page. And you can see that the timestamp is mentioned here, the activity type, and who specifically performed the action and what specifically was done. So all this information is listed here. Great feature that helps to refresh some information, activity log. And another great page that is available for you under this triple lines menu is loss front. So within this page, we have an option to create a letter. And what we can do is simply specify market that our client previously worked with. So what we need to do is to specify this market specifically here. I'm going to add our previous markets here. That's going to be my test market as well. So once it is specified here, we get this send loss runner button, and we click on that and get pop up with our request letter of authorization. And we have all information about our market listed here. However, one important thing that we need to specify is the contact details. We need to click this button here. And in Appulate, we have two different types of contact details. So I'm going to add new to show them to you. So we have email and we have fax. And I'm going to specify email here. And I just add description and I save this information, and the system saves it here. Then we have the body part and information about agent and client. So basically what the system does is it creates a digitalized version of letter, and we have the option to preview it. So I'm going to do that to demonstrate you the way it will look like for you once it is done. So this is what we have as a final step here, something that is ready to be sent to your clients. Also, question of few clicks here, and that's it here regarding loss runs. I guess this is the main workflow that you can do with Appulate here. And I'm going to cover some additional options that might be very useful. Under Setup button here, we can go to our settings, and here, when you work within the Appulate and you want to, the system identifies your email address automatically. So you won't rekey your email every time you send mails to your clients. You can configure it by clicking this button Configure in your settings in the section General Settings here. So you just simply click this Configure button, and then you can specify your server if you have it, or if you use Office 365, you can simply select this option, and here you will have the option Office 365, where you will need to add your credentials. But in my case, I've already configured it, so it displays my details here. So that's what we have here. And I'm going to open my tab with questions, so I could have an option to answer them. So Ankit asks, what are the AMS that are supported. So we have different AMS that are supported with Appulate. You can check supported AMS within this tools button Appulate up link. And here under the section download, you can select the AMS that you work with. So we have a list here. For me, it is NullCert. However, if you haven't found your AMS within this list, you can specify it manually by clicking the button Other here. So yeah, and then you just enter your AMS here, and it will be listed within this page. So if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. I will be happy to address them now. All right, I don't see any other questions so far. Question from Daniel. Are we going to get a copy of this webinar? Yes, after this webinar, all participants will receive an email with the copy of this webinar. So yes, you have an option to refresh this information later. Daniel, thank you very much for participating in our webinar as well. Thank you, Kelly. So while we're waiting for other questions, I'm going to show you one more time my contact details. So just a moment, I'm going to open my document with my email addresses that you can use anytime you have any platform related questions, or if you have technical questions, feel free to reach out to our support. Their email is listed below here. All right, it seems that there are no other questions today, so I think it's the right time to wrap up. So I'd like to say thank you one more time for taking part in our webinar today, and I hope to see you next time. Have a wonderful rest of the day and happy quoting. Goodbye, everyone.